everybody. Welcome. My name is Bobby. I am one of your hosts. I'm with Wild Raven Tarot. Celina is my co host. She is Essence of the Moon.
I
Um,
am.
we do this weekly show. It's called Behind the Moon. You may have noticed. What we do is we discuss different spiritual things, different uh, topics that affect our community. We
hmm
talk about everything from witchcraft to Reiki. Um, I love doing this show with you, Celina. Debbie's here. What's up, Debbie? So we have it listed. It was listed all day and yesterday that the wrong time. So I don't know how many people are
Whoopsies.
gonna. Yeah, whoopsies.
It's
So
okay.
this is kind of like a pop-up video. Let's see. Heather's here. Hi,
Hey, Heather.
Heather. Tiffany. Um,
Hey,
yeah.
Tiffany. Yeah, it's
But
definitely more of a pop up because of I logged in and I'm like,
she,
hey, the time's still wrong.
I sent her a
But it was
message
my
saying
fault
I'm
because
here,
I
like
asked
I
him to
always do.
change it yesterday so that when my husband gets home, I can dedicate time to my husband.
Yeah,
So that's where
I
the
changed the
whole thing
time,
happened.
but I don't think I hit save when I,
Yeah.
I changed the time. So,
Whoops. It's okay.
pop up, Bobby, pop up, Celina. Here we are.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey,
yeah,
Annie.
everybody's popping in. Maru,
Maru. Hey,
glowing
Maru.
light. What's
Yeah.
up, everybody? We're going to give people a few minutes to pop in, and then we're going to Psychopomp of the Void, one
I
of my
know.
favorite names of
My
all.
sister.
Both of my deities are Psychopomps. I'd like to talk with you about things and why you chose that name.
She is phenomenal. If you get her on to chat, you're going to be like mind blown. She's so, her brain is
All right, you come
phenomenal.
highly recommended. Do you
I
have?
mean, I love her. She really gives me something to think about.
Do you have her contact info?
I do. She has
Well,
a
there you
channel.
have it. If it's
Yeah,
okay,
she has a channel.
may
She just
Celina
came out
give
with a
me
VR. Her and Draven did a VR together.
Uh-huh.
So definitely
All
check
right.
out her channel as well.
Draven's another one I want on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to know
Debbie's
all of our
amazing.
tribe
She's
in
such a
depth.
wonderful witchy. I mean, I love her channel too. So yeah.
So you guys,
Hector,
every now
hola
and then,
Hector.
Hector, my bubba, what's up? He's like, you guys. I'm not gonna be eating throughout, but my husband did make me dinner, so I had to eat something. Chicken and mashed potatoes.
Your
Good
girl
stuff,
Joanne's
Maynard.
here. Timmy,
Joan Miranda.
yeah.
All right,
Hey,
everybody.
Jazz.
Wow, look at people just popping in.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome.
Sup, Draven.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you for. It feels like a pop up because of the timing, and it didn't alert anybody that we were coming on. Oh, Joanne has lasagna in the oven.
It was funny. Celina comes into the room. She says, "You know, the time still says 7:00." I was like, "What?"
Well, 9:00 my time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Hector just had bacalao salad with white rice. Oh. Where's my Marina at?
Can you imagine what it's like with Hector and Miss Tarot D, the creativity that is in that house?
I know.
Because
when I'm like video chatting with Miss Tarot D and Hector's there, it's pretty, the energy's pretty magnetic.
I love his smile so
I know.
much.
He's so, they're beautiful, both beautiful, handsome, gorgeous people.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, not to freak you guys out, but if I saw you both in a bar, I'd buy you both a drink.
Yeah, heck, I mean, I would buy you guys a drink.
I'd buy you a drink.
I'd buy you a drink.
You know, it's funny. That's how I met my husband when I was bartending. He
came
into the bar looking for a friend of his, and I was like, "Well, your friend's
Hector's
not here."
Hector's rolling on the floor. I hope it's for a good time.
I said, "Your friend's not here, but you know, my name's Robert. How you doing?" And he he says,
How you
"Nice to
doing?
meet you." No, he
Yeah.
didn't. He gave me the cold shoulder. Um, and he's like, and I said, I would like to invite you back to be my guest. He says, I'm just visiting family. I don't live here. And he lived in Phoenix. We were in Yuma at the time. And he says, I don't live here. I said, that's okay. No problem. Well, I'm here on Thursday night doing karaoke and on Friday night doing this. And he says, come here. And I leaned in and I thought he was going to kiss me. And he goes, I don't fucking live here. I was like,
Well,
and I
excuse
thought,
me.
and I was like, I'm going to marry this man.
I love it.
Yeah. Miss Taro D. She heard me talking about
Madrina.
Hector.
And your lasagna. And how we would buy you guys drinks if we saw you
That's
at the
right.
bar.
I want to be the bologna in that sandwich. Um, all right. So what we're gonna do tonight, you guys, is a couple things. We are in the cold moon tonight. Um, I'm gonna tell you what that is. Celina, will you watch the chat because I won't be able to see it?
Yeah, definitely. Glowing light
Okay.
intuition.
All right, here we go. All right, the cultural significance of the it's going too fast for me. I have a little teleprompter here, you guys, but I forgot to set it up, so I'm going to read it off the notes instead. The time of the cold moon signified a period of deep winter, prompting specific cultural and personal practices. Families focused on preparing for the leanest part of the year. This included mending the tools, repairing clothing, relying on stored provisions like dried meats, and gathered firewood. Due to the severe cold that kept people indoors, this became a time for elders to share stories about ancestors, traditions, and family history with the younger generation, strengthening communal bonds, which is why I'm talking about it tonight. Um, some tribes, like the Cherokee, traditionally held a cold moon dance or a midwinter ceremony, marking the end of one cycle of seasons and welcoming the new one. This often involved putting out old hearth fires and making new ones for purification. When we were talking about the solar deities, this was something we were talking about. This is one of the traditions where you clear away the old and make room for the new. The December full moon has a few unique astronomical characteristics, and props to me for saying both those words together.
Props, Bobby.
Props. It's highest in the sky because the full moon rises opposite the sun, and the sun is at its lowest point in the sky during the winter solstice. The cold moon rises to its highest point in the sky for the year in the northern hemisphere. This makes its light particularly prominent. My husband called me outside earlier and says, "Come look at the moon! Come look at the moon!" And I stuck my head out the
My
door because
husband did the same thing.
I had already been staring at the moon since it started in the sky tonight. So I was very blasé about it. I was like, "Yeah," and he looked at me because he knows I'm a witch. He was just surprised. I was like, "Good on me." Um, the supermoon in some years the cold moon coincides with a supermoon, meaning the moon is full and also near its closest point to the earth slash perigee. When this happens, it can look noticeably larger and brighter than a typical full moon. For 2025, the cold moon reaches peak illumination today, Thursday, December 4th. So to review, what that means is this is the
Get your
time
jars outside and put some water in them and some crystals and anything else you need to cleanse.
prepare.
Statues,
Yeah.
whatever. Get them out.
This is the time. This is kind of like spring cleaning in a way.
Yeah.
Um, but it's also a time to share. This is 10 of Pentacles energy. This is where the elders share the knowledge that they have passed down. And it's not just for the sake of storytelling. It used to be for the sake of survival. This is where the rules of the land were passed down. All right, in family gatherings. This is the time to dance naked in the moonlight. Yes. No.
Yes.
Well, yes, it's cold though. That's the only thing. I'm picturing everything going. Okay, so
Yeah.
you put out water to be empowered for your next painting. That is awesome.
I like that.
I do that when it rains. I pull rainwater in
Mhm.
to be used in cleansing and clearing and empowering because it's really high in nitrogen.
Mhm.
So, Celina, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, we are talking about our spirit guides and how you meet your spirit guides. I know there's a bunch of different ways and methods to be able to communicate with them, to be able to find out what their names are, to be able to have them help guide you. But for me, the way I connect with my spirit guides is I started off with just giving them permission to come forward and talk to you. You need to be able to give them that permission. There's like a lot of them, there is a lot of free will that they let you do your own thing until you ask for help, until you ask for them to come in and help you. So definitely, first of all, put it out there that you want to meet them, that you want to talk to them, that you want their guidance, and start to listen to like subtle, like messages you're getting, energy changes. Specifically tell them, if you want to communicate with me, send me XYZ for me to see, for me to hear, for me to feel. Put it out there what it is, how you want it is that you want to communicate with them. Let them
Yeah,
know.
and don't make it too difficult because remember they're dead. So it makes complicated things difficult, but like
Yeah.
Selena says,
So
too.
definitely put it out there that you want to meet them, that you want to talk to them. If you are having a hard time, um, if you need somehow a way to visualize what they look like, pull out. And if even if you're not super artistic, I'm not super artistic, but I like to, like, I started drawing them, like what I think they would look like. Do you do that, Bobby? Have you done that?
I've never had to do that. Were you guys
See, here's one of mine. Her name's Christine.
I
I saw her
started
with
off with
long
animal
curly
guides.
hair, red dress, had some like sparkle in her hair is what I saw. So draw them if you can, if that makes it easier for you. I also reach out to my friend Karen Cubico, who she's been on the show before with me, Bobby, and Ramon, and we talked about past lives. She's phenomenal if you have a hard time communicating with or learning who they are. She will definitely help you with that. But it's definitely a inner knowing. It's a message that they send. Thank you, Heather. Like for me, the past couple of weeks, they have been extremely loud, where I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. Yeah, definitely use a pendulum. That all of that helps. Yeah. There's so many
Lapis is
ways.
good
I
because it's
use this
opening
to
up your crown
visualize
and
when I'm
third eye.
having them with me.
Mm,
This
I
helps
love
me.
that.
This is a rock. And it just, for me, this helps me communicate with them, visualize, meditate with them. When I do meditate, I do see them in my visions. I don't see their faces, like their facial features, which is why they don't have facial features on these cards. Not only that, but I also felt like I was going to mess up their faces. So I redrew their cards a million times, not a million times, but a lot, until I was able to say, you know what? I don't think they need facial features. To me, they don't have facial features
Even my
at all.
family whose energy I know, I don't visualize them with facial features.
Yeah,
It's basically the outline, their
me
energy.
too. I don't see the faces.
And as far as when I met them, here's the funny thing. I was thinking about this when you were talking. Have you ever been in a dark room and then the sun starts to come up and you start to see things that were always there, but the more the light shines, the more clear they become, and
Yeah.
you suddenly have clear sight after a while?
Yeah.
That's what it was like with my spirit guides. They were always there, but through my life, as my spirituality and magic
Strengthened.
expanded,
Yeah.
as it strengthened and expanded, my sight became clearer, and I suddenly realized these, pardon me, fam, these bitches have always been there with me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They have always been, and it was the same thing with my animal guides and my spirit guides. It was me basically having an awakening one day going, oh my God, um,
That's who they
I'm
are. That's who
surrounded.
they've always been there. It's just they
Right.
didn't your perception of them changes as you get stronger intuitively, psychically, as you become more aware of the energy around you, the magic around you, like you start to really pick up on them and a little bit more. So, but if you're having a hard time, if you want to give them a name, ask them, or ask them, what is your name? And you really need to listen and not
Nancy.
second guess the response you're getting. Hey, Nancy, definitely don't second guess your whatever message you're getting, whatever information you're getting. Do not second guess it. Like I've learned to really blurt out whatever message I'm getting in my head, and that has come
Spiritual
to a lot
Tourette's,
of stuff.
basically.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God, I never thought it was like a
It's
spiritual
spiritual
Tourette's.
Tourette's.
I love that.
Yes.
It's like
I do the
diarrhea
same
of the
thing.
mouth. It's just like it just comes out.
Which is really funny because there are times when you, as a card reader and a professional, I can't just tell people shit unless they ask for it, you know? So when I see something, a lot of the time I'm having to bite my tongue. Um, some people just don't want to know.
Yeah, Miss Tarot D. So I actually got her permission to put her name on there. Like I asked her if she was okay with it, and she said yeah. But normally, yeah, you don't normally share their names.
Welcome. I'm glad you caught us live.
Oh, my girl Carla. Oops.
Is
There you go.
sorry, is that who that is, Carla?
Yeah, it's Carla.
Okay. Welcome. So your spirit scariest guide is probably your dragon. I can relate to that because my um most powerful guide, and I don't want to say scary, but the one that used to scare the hell out of me is Phoenix energy. Um I bring change. I used to think I brought destruction. No. Um like you say, my perception changed over time and I
Yeah.
realized
Hey, Lila.
I'm just the needle in the balloon. All right. If your balloon is strong enough, it's not going to pop. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but just my energy causes change. It happens. All the grade schools and elementary schools and junior high schools I went to closed down the year after I graduated. All the thing jobs. As soon as I
Yeah.
left there, they closed down. Um, on the opposite side, things that I've been involved with prospered greatly. Um, so it's kind of this and that. And I realized over time, I bring change. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
destructive. I just cause the process. I'm the Ace of Wands, basically. Um, but ancestors, the point I was bringing that up is my perception shifted, and I realized my ancestors have always been there, um, always
Yeah.
protected me. My animal guides have always been there, but more and more come over time. And some leave, some come in. They
Yeah.
stay for as long as they need to. Um,
I actually realized that my council members grew. So I thought I had 7. Now I've noticed 9.
oh, I've lost count. I don't
Yeah.
even, because some
Yeah.
of my family, they're always going to be
Well,
there, but
there's
they don't
yeah,
make
but
themselves
but
known.
like my council members from like a star system.
Oh, okay, got it. See, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the um and
I mean,
star
I
guides
actually
or
I actually
anything.
like met them about 4 months ago. I went
I would
into a
love to do a show
meditation
about that.
and I was like, wow.
Um, Bobby's describing himself, and I'm hearing the description of Loki. It's not unheard of. Loki's sitting right behind me up here. I do have a affinity with the trickster gods,
Hmm.
but Loki wasn't a bad guy. Um, he just was drawn that way. Each person, yeah. Depending on the situation, certain guides will come forward and
Yeah.
whisper in my ear. Now, let's talk about communicating with your guides. You guys have heard me say, not everybody is clairaudient where they can hear actual words from the
Yeah.
other side. I can't. Very rarely. I mean, I have in the past. Very, very rarely. Instead, my guides and spirits know they can speak to me through my memories. Um, if
Hmm.
it's my grandma telling me, be strong, don't give up, but in a playful way, I'll have a flash of when she taught me how to roller skate and I kept falling down. Um, our ancestors will speak to us with what we have available and they'll use
Yeah.
it. Um,
For me, they give me like flash blown visions, not just like of what I'm familiar with, but they'll actually give me, it's like I'm watching a movie, like I'm watching a full blown movie, and I know that the person I'm seeing in that movie is me.
Here's a good point that Swampy brings up. She says, when you channel deities, you never know what you're going to get unless you are set up with protection. I don't advise going out and just channeling open. We talked about this the other night. Opening yourself up and saying, use me, bitches. It doesn't
Unless you
work
want to
that
be
way.
used
Unless
and
you want to be
abused.
used. I've been there. The point is you need to, hey, Roman, what's up, my friend?
He called us fiends. Hola,
My
fiends.
fiends. um,
That too.
what was I saying? Seeing Roman threw my brain off. He
Oh,
just read with me the other day, you
yeah.
guys, and it
That
was a
was
lot of fun.
phenomenal. Both of you guys did so good together. Wow.
I know. I want to
It
do
was such
more
a
with him.
such like, and your readings were like very much went hand in hand together. It was so good.
It was really good. I've been able to read with a lot of good people recently. Spirit Readings Gigi is another one. I truly enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
Denise. Love reading with them. You were talking about the guy at the bar, Bobby. You're gonna have to nail that down because I with a lot of guys at the bar. Anyway, my spirit guides. Let's get back to that. Um, yeah, some guides will come in your life and stay forever, like Phoenix, Raven,
Mm-hmm.
Dog. Those ones are with me forever, and Snake. Um, but others have
If you
come into
come
my
on
life
Mind
and
Mangled
gone.
Unicorn, I'll give you a wrench.
Right.
I can't give you a wrench on Bobby's.
I can give you a wrench. Hold on.
Yeah, give her
Um,
a wrench. Throw a wrench at her.
but some like panther or jaguar or butterfly. Well, butterfly's
Mm-hmm.
a permanent one, but like hummingbird will come
Yeah.
into my life briefly for a necessary thing. Grasshopper and to give me what I need to know, and then they will fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. I'm very proud of my spirit team. They take care of me and they've learned to speak to me like you would a child, like I'm slow. Um, oh, poor Joey, she needs a root canal. That sucks ass. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Wild Raven Tarot, that's me. There we are. Mangled Unicorn. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. There you go. You should be blue.
I mean, she's blue on my channel.
Yeah, but you know everybody. There we go. Now she can post.
Woohoo.
When you talk about meeting your spirit guides and they speak to you through memory, some people see their spirit guides, hear their spirit guides. Mine, I go through memory. When I look at tarot cards, they spark
Mm-hmm.
memories of my family, and I can relate that and weigh it against the meaning of the card and the
Yeah.
astrology, and that's how I get it. When did you actively start seeking out your ancestors?
Oh, probably about 5 years ago, maybe. I feel like I'm late to the show, but I'm going to say about 5 years ago is when I actually realized that um, for my spirit guides that they were there. My ancestors, I've always known they were there. It was something being Mexican.
Mhm.
I always knew that they were there because of, how we celebrate Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, and how it just was something that we learned. It's something
Yeah.
that was always there, a part of our family, our culture, our
Even our
understanding.
scary stories were about the
Oh, I
dead. La
know.
Llorona.
Correct. But my spirit guides, I think when I started actively taking on the role of who I am now as this witchy person, I think that's when it all started to really, yeah.
The past couple of years have been preparing both of us, Selena,
I
for
think so
work
too,
they want
yeah.
us to do.
And like for me recently, the last couple of weeks, they have been super duper loud in my head and um
You want to
giving
talk about
me
that?
instructions on what to do. Yeah, I can let me take off my sweater because I'm getting a little warm here. I'm getting a little warm here because
Well,
of,
when I relate messages like this, I always feel my family looking at me close, like, "Are you going to get this message right?"
yeah, don't F it up,
Don't,
Bobby.
don't f it up.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, I was chatting with my friend Karen Cubico, who came on the show with us, and instantly my guide said, "You need to book a session with her." I'm like, okay. I usually do like a yearly session with Karen just to have like a really deep dive spiritual session where we talk about what we're going to do for the new year and just really talk about everything spiritual. So the morning of, or the day of my appointment with her, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. My guides were being flipping loud and in my head and giving me instructions on what to do for the day, kind of prepping me for what was going to happen that evening. Let's fast forward to around noontime where Viviani was doing a show. She was doing her own little, um, uh, just her show with nobody else in it. And she was just doing readings. And I was the only moderator on there. Of course, I'm working, but I wanted to support her and say hi. And something in me said, "Hey, can I get a clearing?" So normally I don't ask for clearings. I don't do any of that stuff. But my guide said, "You need to put in for a clearing." And so I put in there, "I'm not sure if you have time, but I would like a clearing." And she automatically said, "Yes, Celina, let me do you next." So as she's coming into my field here, she says, "Oh, your higher self looks like the Day of the Dead person." She's wearing a black dress. She has on that fun Day of the Dead makeup, very pretty. And of course, Viviani is like a sweetheart. She was just like, "Celina, your heart's beautiful." They're saying how powerful you are, how much of a healer you are. And it's something that I think as a person, it's hard to hear that about yourself. And I was telling Bobby that it's hard to hear that about yourself on how powerful you are, how much of a healing person you are, how beautiful your heart is. It's really, we talked about this. It's really
We
hard
did.
to get that type of feedback. Like I don't know.
I mean, it's the
What do you think?
feedback you want to hear and you're
It
hoping
is, and
for, but
and
at
it
the
makes you
same
feel
point,
good, but at the same time, it's so
yeah,
hard to really,
yeah, that's not really the reason we do what we do, and it makes it slightly,
yeah.
and Selena knows I don't like, believe it or not, I don't like attention. I know you guys find that hard to believe. I don't like asking for help. I don't like
I'm the same way.
drawing attention
I think you and
to
I are so
the
much alike
negativity in my life.
in so many ways.
You know what's funny? Miss Tarot D the other day, I was talking to her on the phone, and she doesn't pull punches. She straight out says shit like it is, and called me on something that I won't make public here, but
You're right, Debbie.
I was like, fuck, is it that obvious, or does everybody know, or but
There you go.
I
Does it feel like stolen valor? Nice, Maru.
um I surround myself with people who are going to be honest, and that includes my spirit team and my earthly team.
Yeah.
um,
So let's fast forward to she's scanning my body and she's like stopping at my jaw. And I've had jaw pain, like, or not, more
she's
like
like, your breath,
discomfort.
girl. I'm sorry. That was funny though.
But she said you have a jaw tightness, discomfort, pain going on in my bottom jaw, which I had for several years. And I went to the dentist, I went to the doctor. They didn't think it was TMJ. They didn't see any of that issues with it. So I'm like, whatever. But she's looking at it and she says, I see metal at your jaw. Hey, Maureen, I see metal. And when she said, I see metal, I instantly got a vision, and my guides were telling me it was, they put a metal cage over my face, my head, and they were parading me around town. I also got 1500s, late 1500s, early 1600s, and I got Scotland, was the same vision that I got.
When they used to do that with the cages around the head were for insane asylums.
And they did it to the witches too. They paraded them around town in Scotland.
I know that because it was on 13 Ghosts. I love that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the jackal. He had the cage
Yeah.
around his head.
So I actually saw my guides made me, as I had my eyes closed, they made me see myself wearing a cage, a metal cage on my head and being paraded around town. And then I asked Viviani, but as I'm texting, like putting that into the chat, she's responding at the same time, you were a witch and they put that over you so that you could not use your voice and talk and do spell works like that.
Let me address this real quick. For Witchy Best Friend says, after hearing how horrible I am from exes and others, it's hard to believe when people compliment me. Well, here's the thing. I hear that I heard that from exes. They're dead now for all I care or know. But I was the villain at that point, and I was the hero to other people. I am a lot of things to a lot of people. So you may have been the villain, but that doesn't negate you being a hero. All right. I want to say you're both. I believe in balance. So own that shit, mama. All right. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. So as she's doing this, she brings in Archangel Michael to help with the healing process. When I said 1500s, 1600s, she said, let me ask at the end after the healing to see if that's the date. And then she came back and said, they said you already know what the date is. So 1500s. And then I looked it up in Scotland at 1590 to 1592. They had the women, and there was about 70 people that were killed and burned at the stake in Scotland. And I went into, like, after the whole thing with Viviani, I went into meditation to kind of get a deeper picture of what all of that was. And it was really difficult to watch. This is not my first time to see my death. I saw my death previously at the hangings around the Salem witch hunts. I also saw myself being hung at that time. And it's very difficult to see these past lives, not only as a witch, but also one that went through so much trauma and persecution. I do.
Yeah.
So when I went to Scotland a year and a half ago, I literally left here as Celina and came back as Essence of the Moon. And let me dive in a little bit deeper into that, because when I was there, I felt like I was floating the whole time. The messages I was getting from the land, the experience, how I felt was, I felt like again, like I was floating the whole time. Scotland, when I left there, I was extremely sad to leave. And I had said many times, for some reason I felt like it was Virginia, but I couldn't get like a clear answer in the area. Like, but Ipswich is not. Ipswich is in.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's in Maine or Massachusetts. But Scotland to me, since then, I have recovered or seen about 3 more past lives that have come across in the last past year and a half in Scotland, which is why I have such a deep connection to that place. But also during that lifetime in 1590, my final spell, and I was shown my final spell in my visions, and then I pulled cards and it came up as a 7 of Cups. But my final spell is, as they were parading me around town, I said, they'll have my body, but they'll never have my soul. So I split my soul up, and they showed me a picture of like Voldemort with the Horcruxes and all the, how he split his soul up in different areas and different items. But that's kind of what the vision I was given that I did. And it makes sense with the 7 of Cups. So when I went to Scotland, I felt like when I was there, I was collecting bits and pieces of myself and kind of putting myself back together again into who I am right now. But
that's beautiful story. I love that.
It was the last 2 days has been very tough. Like getting all these messages and seeing the visions, like the full-blown visions, and listening to my guides. So fast forward to 3 o'clock or 10 o'clock last night, 11 o'clock last night. They were telling me that I had to do some root chakra healing. That it's extremely blocked because of all the trauma that I have faced in past lives, as well as I am a SA survivor in this life. And there is a lot of trauma that goes with that, along with root chakra blockage. So as I'm preparing for the year ahead of 2026 with my friend Karen Cubico, who said, Celina, let's, they're wanting you to do root chakra healing for 2026. So I'm gathering all my information and making myself a calendar. And then I hear them at 11 o'clock at night last night, Celina, why don't you put this on YouTube? Why don't you make a monthly series on your channel where you are going to be going through different types of exercises, different types of rituals, and healing session? Because not only will you help yourself heal, maybe you can help one other person heal as well. So I'm going to be starting a new series, guys, on my channel starting on the new year. Every month I have already come up with a plan on, it's called Returning Home, Rooted, a Year of Healing. It's going to be a 12-month long journey where I'm going to be doing some deep root chakra healing as a year of rebuilding safety, reclaiming your body, releasing ancestral and past life wounds, and returning to the foundations of who you are. So it's going to include, I'm going to have 12 monthly tarot spreads. I'm going to have 12 monthly rituals designed for like gentle, embodied root work. We're going to explore different types of like safety, grounding, reconnecting with your physical body, which is very important for root chakra. Inner child healing. I have an amazing inner child healing deck, and the creator is actually in our chat. And my 1-year anniversary is coming up, and I did order an extra deck that I'm going to be giving away to kind of help continue with this healing journey. So Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings, she created a very amazing inner child healing deck as well as book to go along with it. So we're going to be using that. So some shadow working that goes involved with that. Softening survival armor and releasing shame. The releasing shame part is you being a victim from these types of SA events, trauma events, even if it's events of like giving birth. There's a lot of trauma that goes along with giving birth, stuff like that. Oh, here you are, my beautiful friend. Oops. She's the wonderful creator of Inner Child Healing. There's a beautiful deck that I am going to be giving away for my 1-year anniversary that's also coming up. But a lot of ancestral healing, kind of integrating a full year of transformation and rebirth. Yeah, can someone, hey, Carla, can you put up your page and your Mick playing cards? Your link?
Yes, let's give you a shout out so everybody can know how to order.
So yeah, that's going to be what my full year is going to be looking like. Once a month episode on my channel where I'm going to be doing some healing work that's going to help myself, because I need to do that as well to keep myself accountable. I mean, I can say I'm going to do it, but if I don't have a monthly series that I'm going to keep myself accountable for, then it's not going to really help me. Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be a great year. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done this year, all the way around. Let's talk about actual spirit guides, you guys. Now, Celina, what would you suggest somebody do? Like, say tonight they get off our show and they're like, I want to meet my spirit guides. What would be the first step that they would go into?
Invite them into your
circle.
Invite them in. Ask them to come forward and tell them, hey, I want to meet you. I want to work with you. Can you please come forward?
If you work with a deity like Jesus or Hecate, Santa Muerte,
or Mother Mary, whomever.
Mother Mary, ask them to send you an angel. Ask them to send you your guide and take it from there. These are relationships that you're forming. They may be around you all the time, but they're not going to step forward until you are willing to work with them. This is a two-way street. They are not slaves or servants.
Ooh, that's a good one right here. You have to raise your vibration in order to be easier to communicate with them. So what's an easier way to raise your vibration, Bobby?
Well, relaxation, first of all. Cleansing yourself, your physical body. A nice warm shower or relaxing shower, cleansing yourself, putting on mystical oil to raise your vibration. I like that because of the scent and
keeping hydrated.
Keeping hydrated. Gerald's
watching what you're watching.
Yes.
If you're watching negative stuff, the news, anything that's going to trigger, upset you, any of that negative type of television.
Stay away from doom scrolling when you're trying to raise your vibration.
That is one easy way that you're going to kill the vibration in your body.
Herbs, mugwort, blue lotus,
drinking tea beforehand. Again, you can do mugwort tea. It's a little bit bitter, but you can do but you can mix it in with another herb that's going to make it taste better.
Girl at the tea shop I used to work at made me some divination tea, and I think she was being funny because that shit blew my third eye so far open. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah, so that's
Eyebright. That's a good one.
So definitely check out her link, guys. Check out her deck. It's phenomenal, guys. It's so good. Even her book is so good.
Music.
She has beautiful images. I have the book right here because I was doing some journaling. I don't have the deck here, but I have the book here. Oops. But this is the copy that she sent me. Oops. There we go. And then, look at just some of the images in here, guys.
Oh, I like.
And then she has like a full.
Is it tarot or oracle? I can't see.
It's an oracle.
Okay.
But like there's different aspects of healing, different chapters in here, like different like about the wounds. So she talks about different types of wounds that your body has and goes through. Another one is about the echoes. So like people pleasing. Like look at that image of a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm. Looks very 10 of Wands.
Yeah, I do have a walkthrough of this on my channel if you guys want to look at it. Anxiety spiral. I mean, look at that. It's such a great deck, guys. It's so helpful. She gives you different types of prompts on here, healing prompts, I am, or different types of affirmations to go with it. I will definitely be using this throughout the year to help with the healing process. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you are trying to, what Celina said, raise your vibration. What you said about what you're watching resonates with me, because last year I made the decision to stop all day long watching scary movies where they were just ripping each other apart. I started watching more positive shows, more educational shows, and it really helped a lot. It helped my insomnia a lot. It helped my relaxation. It helped my readings. Here's the other thing. You can't fool yourself, you guys. So if you're going to be a good person, be a good person, because you know when you're not being a good person. All right. You may have everyone else thinking you're an awesome dude or awesome chick. But there are sometimes we're just wanting people to see that illusion of us. By actually living in positivity and living your best self, that raises your vibration up. I like the point you made about diet. I hadn't really thought about that, but it's true.
Yeah, it's what you put in you. I mean, if you're eating junk food and eating unhealthy stuff, I'm not Bobby.
I didn't say anything.
Be mindful. Be mindful of not of what you let into your aura, into your body, your vessel. Be mindful of what you put into it.
Now, what about animal spirit guides? How do you know when an animal spirit guide is talking to you? What's your opinion on that?
You know, I haven't really connected with animal spirit guides. I did see a blue wolf in my meditation, but I have not been able to communicate with him. But I've not really asked to communicate with him, but I did see a blue glowing wolf in one of my visions.
So some are real subtle when they enter my sphere of influence. Others are blatant, up in your face. Owl spirit. One
Owls
Halloween,
are.
an owl flew straight at me, and right before it hit my head, and I didn't even move, I was so freaked out. Right before it hit my head, it went up like that. I could feel the wind, and
That's awesome.
it was a white owl, and I knew that shit was about to get serious, and it did. And that's when my whole world changed. So certain jaguar is one that entered my life. If you see an animal in the wild and catch sight of it, that's a good indicator that that spirit is trying to connect with you. I actually saw a jaguar here in our hometown that came down.
Really?
Well, I'm down here by the Mexican border, so
we were talking about you, Viviani.
We were. It came across the
we summoned her.
Huachucas here, the Huachuca Mountains. We have bears, so when I see these, or a raven, if a raven lands on my car like it did one day at the pharmacy,
the clear message.
clear message. Those ones are in your face.
Yeah.
So when you're saying, please send me a sign, and then a raven lands on your car and you're like, move, I'm trying to see you a sign. Pay attention to your guides when they approach you. All right. It ain't easy setting things up for them like that to get a message.
No.
Thank you very much for posting our tip links, Maru. I really appreciate it. An owl did that to me in Burbank, California. I was looking out the back door. I was in a tree and it dive bombed us. It was so startling. Yeah. I had a hummingbird do that to me once. That's why I brought up hummingbird. And it wouldn't go away. It was just like a fly. I wasn't near its nest or anything.
Amber, weren't you attacked, Miss Psychopomp? Weren't you attacked by a bird when you were out in nature? She posted a video of her, and so she's from Massachusetts, so she has that accent, which I love listening to. And she posted a video of this bird attacking her, and but yeah, you were definitely being called Miss Amber.
One of my first boyfriends was from
Massachusetts.
Said yes. It was a fucking kestrel. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
No.
Kestrels are bird of prey.
Send you the video because it's hilarious. When I'm having a bad day or I need something to make me laugh, I watch that video because her Boston accent or her Massachusetts accent comes out very strong.
You got to post it on the
Not
Behind
only
the
am I
Moon page.
laughing because of what's happening, but I'm laughing at her accent. I love her accent. Her and Debbie, Witchy Vlog, she was cussing it out. I love listening to their accents. They have their Massachusetts accent. It just makes me smile, but it's such a great video, and it really just so good, guys. If you're ever feeling down, watch that video by Psychopomp and a bird trying to attack her.
Gigi's here. I was hoping you'd show up.
Hey, Gigi.
I have that teacup boxed up. I just haven't gone out of the house yet to mail it. But my husband got involved with the packing of that because I was worried I would do it wrong and it would arrive broken.
Yeah.
All right. So
I haven't really tried to communicate with them. I know they're there, but I haven't really actively try and talk to an animal guide.
What
Aside
about
from
you guys?
From the owl, I did ask Santa Muerte for a message, and that same day she sent me an owl.
That's a good point. Somebody put that owls are the ultimate messengers. Winged messengers fall under the realm of Hermes. So
Such a funny video, guys.
I will work Hermes into any conversation. Trust. Birds are very important to me. The day I did my my video on Hermes and his different names, I was concerned that you don't want to offer something to the gods that they're not going to like, and I was wondering.
That's funny you said that. Remember? Because okay, so let me rewind just a little bit. You know how last week I asked everybody for a prayer for my mom to get home safely? So she got home she should have been home on the 2nd, but she got home on December 3rd. And I had did a candle for Santa Muerte and for Hermes separately to get my mom home safely. So she got home safely. The candle burned beautifully. There was no blockages, nothing, no black soot on my 7-day candle. It was a beautiful candle. That morning, I was placing my Walmart order, and I put strawberries on my order. So I never really buy strawberries. I don't really like fruit. I like vegetables. I don't like fruit. I don't know why, but I put strawberries on my order. And then I was talking to Bobby, and I'm like, we were talking about Hermes and my candle and how my mom got home.
What would be a good offering?
So then I asked, I'm like, hey, what would be a good offering for Hermes as a thank you for getting my mom home safely? And he was going through a list, and he said strawberries. And I'm like, shut up. I just bought strawberries, and I don't even know why the heck I bought them. So that's another way that my guides and everybody was telling me subconsciously were telling me what to buy because I was going to be needing it or using it. So that's another
Yep.
way you listen. Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, if you want to give an offering to Hermes for travel or intelligence or sex, saffron, honey,
Yeah.
um, any craft or art that you create.
Thanks, Draven. That's the video
Uh,
I am referring to of Psycho Pomp of the Void being attacked by a bird, and her Massachusetts accent comes out so strong, and I'm laughing hysterically.
I love it.
It's such a, it makes me happy, that video. I watch it so many times.
Maru brought up another one, divine coincidences, serendipity. That's another way our ancestors and spirit guides speak to us,
Yeah.
when things line up in just the right way. Like those, what are you doing here situations. Um, that is your guides taking an active hand, your angels taking an active hand. It took a long time for me to be able to say angels, that I work with angels too, as one of the types
Oh,
of energy
definitely.
guides I work with, because I was so negative about the church for a long time. Um, I was basically poking my left eye out with a pencil, um, because I held certain grudges. I had to get over that.
Yeah.
Um, all spirits love the act of creation.
No, I put that one up there. You need to see that one from Psycho Pomp of the Void.
Funniest deity sign I ever got was from Hecate. She has a habit of being funny.
She does.
I was asking which goddess was present. Brought my dog for a walk. Tell me how a pomegranate was on the side of the road in the middle of Pennsylvania, Appalachia. Yeah.
They give you signs. You just have to be open to receiving them and to seeing them.
Here's something I wasn't going to mention to anybody.
Spit it out, Bobby.
Well, it doesn't make me look good, and it's illegal. We'll do it in hypotheticals. Say hypothetically you knew somebody that was traveling to a state that didn't have alcohol or weed, and left all of their smoky stuff at home in their home state, say Arizona. When they got to the airport, though, and went through the little scanner, they could feel something slide down the inside of their pants, and it made them go like, "What?
Who?
Oh, well." As the airport security TSA is looking at hypothetical gentlemen, and hypothetical, if it was a man, hypothetical gentleman walks out, and walks very slowly to the bathroom.
Like you
So
got
that,
there's a doo-doo.
yes. And when he gets to the bathroom, he may notice that his vape is in his pocket, and traveled with him through 2 sets of security.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking. So, but it was only enough for like the night. That's how empty it was. Hypothetically. Can you imagine how he must have shit his pants when that happened? Yeah.
So I have traveled with my kids, and I have reminded them, make sure nothing is in your pockets, nothing is in your bag. They have
Yeah.
dogs, blah, blah, blah. Guess what?
They forgot.
Mm-hmm. They're like throwing stuff in the garbage right before we go into security, as I'm reminding them for the gajillionth time. But it happens.
Well, here's the funny thing is, like I said, there wouldn't have been much in that container that would have gotten accidentally smuggled through the airport. But when you're done with that, what do you dispose of something like that in a state that doesn't?
They just throw in the garbage. Yeah.
hypothetically, one might want to wrap it up as best you can and hide it in the other trash before tossing it.
Hey, Maple Grove.
Um, and now
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke. Yeah, you know what? Me too. I haven't really been smoking today. I got
Marine.
this
Oh,
love.
gee, said hypothetical person was so lucky.
Hypothetically, he was.
Yeah. That he
Um,
said flush it.
I thought about. I mean, he thought about. um, yeah, I'm just glad.
Right,
But
Madhu?
it was the way it happened, you guys, when you suddenly feel your hands are up in the air and not moving, you suddenly feel slide. Now, I don't ever put anything on the inside of my pants, is what's blowing my mind. Um, so to have it there and have it fall down just enough to let me know it's there, that was definitely my Lord fucking with me. Okay, that was definitely Hermes, the trickster god.
Yeah.
Yes, I outed myself. It was me, all right? It was me. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. And nobody can prove anything.
Hypothetically, it was a spirit guide.
Hypothetically, I know it was my Lord Hermes because I was nervous about going out there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I love it.
Psychopaths. Cop!
Yeah.
But picture this face.
Oh. Hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically. All right. Now, I don't know anything about alien spirit guides. I know nothing, less than nothing. Can you give me a little bit of insight into that?
Sure. So I actually drew on, this is my alien spirit guides. So obviously they don't have any names. They don't have any faces. I saw them in purple, and that's who they are to me. I meditated and I saw them in a meditation. Well, yeah, it was a meditation. And it's kind of funny that Ramon and I had the same vision on the same day. So a couple days later, after having this vision, I messaged our group chat because I had to get it out of me. Like I had to tell somebody.
Yeah.
So I put it in the
remember you
chat,
two.
and Ramon is like, "Oh my God, stop it. I had a vision too." So and then he responds in the chat with a detailed version of that vision that I did not tell him. I only gave a little small snippet. And as he's giving his part of the vision, it is almost identical to my vision. So how is it that both of us had identical visions on the same day?
I love that. We did that just the other day with Ramon.
We did. Yes,
Celina and I
yesterday?
were yesterday, as a matter
Yeah, it
of
was
fact.
yesterday.
It was. You guys know how I love birds. They're winged
Yeah.
messengers. And I wanted to do some artwork. And I know my bird is a raven, Celina's is the owl. And I was thinking about Ramon. What would be his
The day
bird?
before or that morning, we were discussing what would be Ramon's bird.
Yeah. And
We had a
so
couple ideas come up.
hummingbird and falcon were the
yeah.
two that were at the top of the list. And we gave our reasons why we felt that way. And later
Yeah.
on, when we were talking with Ramon, I asked him.
Last night, we were asking him.
Yeah. And I said,
like
because
right after his live with Bridget.
we were talking about this, and this is what we came up with. We feel this, and it was one of those shut up moments where he's like, no, because
yeah, and why we said it was a specific bird. And after we had that conversation, I then put in the chat, this was such a great live with Bridget. He is responding at the same, not responding, but messaging at the same time. Wasn't it a great live with Bridget?
Yeah.
And he was like, are you guys witches?
He kept saying, there's witchcraft involved.
I was like, maybe we might be witches. But the fact that Ramon and I had that same vision. So I had talked to my friend Karen Cubicle about that. And my guides were saying that Ramon has always been in my life. We have been together even pre-Atlantean, even the building of Atlantis. Him and I were there together. We've never been in a romantic relationship. We are more like a mentor type of friendship. Usually we come into each other's lives to help guide us on our spiritual journey, our spiritual path, and we remind each other of that journey, of that path.
Mm-hmm.
And we've made a commitment to each other to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. You know, make sure Ramon is a hawk. You're not too far off there, Maureen.
You're not real far off, because what we came up with is Falcon. And the reason I gave is because Ramon carries that Horus energy, son of God energy. The age of Horus.
So of all the birds, Ramon
enlightenment.
said the same thing.
Yeah. And then I said that it was the leading one that we decided on. The close second was hummingbird. And again, we get shut up. You know?
That would have been a second. Yeah.
Because he bought something that day with the hummingbird on it.
Yeah.
And
he was showing us what he bought. But yeah, so the fact that Ramon and I had the same exact vision, and in that same vision, I did physically see my alien council members. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I seriously think of Falcon when I think of Ramon, because of Horus, the Eye of Horus. Yeah, I surround myself with awesome people. Now, if you look at it, when Ramon and I used to do the show, Celina, Ramon, and I would have Celina on one side, Ramon on the other, symbolizing the dark with Celina and the light with Ramon. And I don't think anybody
Wait a
ever
minute, you're
noticed.
calling dark?
Well, because you have the darker goddess energy. On the pillars in tarot, Boaz and Jacqueline,
the Boaz and
there's the dark pillar and the light pillar, and I stood between my two pillars of strength. And I don't think anybody ever noticed that I did that. So, yeah.
I just thought you wanted to be the center of attention.
No, it was balance. I was balanced between you guys.
He wanted to be the center of attention, guys. Now he can't be, because there are only two of us.
What you were saying about Ramon's bird would be my first thought was a falcon. He has a peaceful energy that falcon needs. He does.
Yeah.
The Age of Enlightenment. We are all Ramon's fan club.
Has that's such a compliment, Draven. Thank you.
Celina, you know your Wednesday. It's true. I sent Celina Instagram page one time of somebody that I thought was Celina at first. I thought she was just rocking a new hairstyle. I was like, girl, is this you? But yeah. Celina reminds me of a picture I saw of Pallas Athena. I can totally see that. Pallas Athena, the wise. Celina, you know you're with. Yeah, you rock that whole sexy goth thing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to find my style. I think I'm just gonna go with old and call it a day.
And your hats.
Well, I love my hat. Oh my gosh! I got another hat.
Hello. Why aren't you wearing it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, stall for a minute. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Madhu. Yeah. It's been an interesting year, I feel, with all of the energy that's been going on around. You know, I think it's been really good. And meeting this is going to be my 1 year on YouTube on December, I think officially 22nd is my anniversary, but I didn't post a video until like the 24th or 25th of December. So I'll be having a 1 year channelversary, but I just want to say now, my 1 year here on YouTube has been absolutely fabulous and amazing because of all the people I've met. My co-host, everybody in my sisterhood chat, Madrina, I mean, everybody that has been coming to my life in the past year, I'm extremely thankful for helping guiding me on this journey that I'm on right now. So thank you guys as we get Bobby back with his hat. Ershkigal and Lilith work with the owl energy heavily. Thank you so much, Victoria. Where's it at? Red Eagle's here.
I've got him right
and
here.
I think I just
Quina,
saw
what's
Igma
up, Quina?
too.
How you doing? So you guys have seen this one.
We have.
I put a little skull on here because I'm
Yeah.
cool that way.
I like it. It looked, you know what that reminds me of? New Orleans and
Yeah. Baron Samedi.
yeah,
Yeah.
Baron Samedi. Oh, look at that,
that
hat, guys.
This one I got for Halloween. I just forgot I had it. I'll wear it
I
next
like it.
Halloween. All right. Shut your eyes.
Everybody close.
Okay.
Shut your eyes. Oh, look at that.
That's right. It's got a skull on it.
I like the red. Is that velvety?
Mm-hmm. It's a felt hat. Yeah.
Felt? Nice.
It's an actual top hat. And
I like
next one, I'm going to get the Mad Hatter one. Yeah. Well, I got this for Christmas. I'm going to put some holly and stuff here for when I go do readings at Christmas time.
Yeah, nice.
But I like this hat. I like the fact that it's spooky and I could wear it for Halloween because of the skull.
Thank you. Oh,
Bobby
I
loves
love you
his
guys.
hats.
Thank you guys for making this 1 year flipping amazing.
Yeah, Celina, I'm glad we became friends.
We're not friends. I'm your husband.
We family. That's right.
Yeah, we are. You're stuck with me now.
You fuck with me, you stuck with me. I love the red too.
Me too.
I wanted to do
it very much is voodoo-esque.
I figure a top hat
Oh,
is
but
going to
is it for
stand out.
Muerte? Miss Amber is asking Psychopomp of the Void.
It's not solely, but that's why the skull is on there, because I do work with death goddesses.
Yeah.
Santa Muerte, Morrigan, Hecate. These goddesses are very special and sacred to me because of what they represent. The ending, beginning, the birth of something, the end of something.
Yeah.
Everything has its time. Kali is another one.
And that's funny. You did the red because the red is also the root chakra.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right.
Hence my red lips.
I really do. This is a comfortable hat and it fits very well.
Yeah, it looks really good. Looks
it's
look like it was made for you.
I know. Now I've got to get.
You definitely look like Baron though, Baron Samedi.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
And I've got a nose big enough to pull this hat off. That's right.
I got a flash of your face turning into a skull for a second as you were putting the hat on. Definitely has her energy on there.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. May the gods be with me. Morrigan, I tried to run but could not get away and she caught me. No, the Morrigan, you cannot escape the Morrigan. And what's worse is the Morrigan has a sense of humor. So, Robert Sprite. Hi, Robert. How you doing?
Hi.
Did Irma come in? I saw Quina.
She did, yes.
Hi, Irma. I'm sorry I didn't see you or say hi.
He was running to go get his, I think he was probably running to the toilet, but he said his hat.
You know, I'm going to keep this on because I really
like
it.
Keep it on.
And I got to break it in. I'm wearing it Saturday all day for the first time.
So it's funny. When I was in Gettysburg, I did have the Morrigan book, and I did read it on the battlefield in front of the Irish Brigade where they had their battle.
Can you remember any of your past lives?
I can remember about 19 of them.
All right. Give us, for instance, I have 3 that I can truly say I'm confident in. I know there's more, but those are the 3 that are relevant to this life in some way. What about you? Give me a for instance.
The one by Salem, I can give you a detailed. I was born in New York, upstate New York. I was on I lost my father very young, like I did in this life. It's a persistent thing that happens in my past lives. I lose my father at a very young age. So I don't have the male figure in my life as much as I should. So I think that's where the root chakra blockage comes from, not having the
Right.
father figure there to help with the healing, the nurturing, the love of a man, of another person there. I lived on a farm. I left when I was about 19 years old. And me and my best friend decided to start traveling. We didn't want to live on the farm anymore. We didn't want to live in New York. We were very much, my mom completely hated this part of me, who I was, this aspect of a witch, hated that part. And I was like, screw you, I'm leaving. I'm doing what I want to do. I was of age and I left with my best friend. On my way traveling, I came across a man who then became my teacher, who was my husband. So the moment
Really?
I saw that vision
David?
of him, it's David. And it's funny that he's the one that awakened this in me in this life. So at that time, we were not romantically involved. He was my teacher. I was his student, his pupil. Yeah. And we did go through Salem, or pretty close to Salem. I became stronger as a witch. People were pointing me out, seeking me out, which then made it harder for me to hide who I was. In 1692 in Virginia.
Columbus. Oh, it's 1492.
Yeah. I was imprisoned. The person who put me in the jail cell, I looked up at that person, and it's my ex-husband. It was a picture of my ex-husband. Yeah. Who would have hated who I am right now. I wanted to see my death scene. I wanted to see my hanging. I wanted to see the face, the angry mob, the people shouting at me, throwing shit at me. And I passed away looking at my husband and my best friend crying in the crowd as I was hung. That's the gist of that one.
I was a Hun with the Mongol horde. I was a priestess in the Caribbean. And I am not sure if it was Italy or Spain, but I was in the Catholic Church. I was a red cap, as I call them, one of the cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I know that all of these lives that I'm remembering there, and I went to somebody to help me with this. That's how I know about these lives. They're all interconnected. They all deal with spirituality and being a religious leader and helper, or warrior in the case of the Mongol. But they were all very highly spiritual.
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to integrate all those different energies into this life. And that is what I'm working on doing. Getting in touch with myself. Just don't get in touch with yourself in a public place. You'll get arrested.
Yeah, don't pull Elvis Crespo on the plane.
Right, Elvis Crespo, that happened to him? Shut up.
Yeah, he was pleasing himself on a plane.
Well.
Suavemente, bésame.
So Reina is a beautiful name.
It is. That's one of my
Reina
best
means
friends.
queen
That's her
in
daughter's
Spanish.
name. Yeah.
Reina is queen in Spanish, you guys. Yeah. It's a regal name.
Oh, thank you, Lila.
Have you ever been caught in public, Celina?
I had to live, I guess, per se. I had to experience that because I've been persecuted many times. That wasn't the first time. And the reason I'm so loud and proud now and decided to come in onto YouTube and say I'm a witch and be very open and vocal about it. A, it was healing my throat chakra. And then B, I know that they can't touch me.
Draven, I'm pretty sure you can. That's how I did it. Uh,
Yeah.
I feel like I've been good friends with both Bobby and Celina in the past. This is so bizarre unless we really have in Tennessee or Florida or perhaps a past life. I'm sure
So
it
I'm
was a
from
past
Florida.
life.
I was born in
We've
Florida.
talked about this with Ramon. The
Oh,
spirit
yeah.
tribe we have now in our community.
Even
we know.
Maru's talked about
Yeah.
that she in my last past life deep dive spread that I did on YouTube. Maru said that she felt like she was there watching it, like she was on that ship as I was drowning, and my husband was murdered, thrown over.
I just watched Titanic again, but that's what made me think of it when
Yeah,
you said drowning.
but definitely, like even Bridget, I have this really. The moment I met her, I have this really close bond with her. Madrina, the same way. A lot of the people in our community, Lila, Tapestry of the Unseen, I feel like in my soul, I've known her many times before. Yadira, the same way. Sophie, the Midwest Magician. I mean, all of you guys. I feel like our tribe continues to come back together in different lives. And we're there to help empower each other and keep each other awakened, I think is very important.
Titanic 666 on Tubi is fantastic. I'm gonna look it up. I am.
Yeah, Debbie, Jess. I mean, Jess and I have had, I know her and I have had Atlantean as far back as Atlantean or more.
So one of my clients, I'm sure he won't mind me talking about this if I don't give details,
Yeah,
was
she cut off my.
involved.
Oh my God, Jess, shut up. We were just talking. So my friend Karen Cubico and I mentioned Jess and how she was having pain in her arm the same day I was having pain in my leg while I was in Gettysburg. And she was like, Celina, are you okay? What's going on? I bet she was the doctor cutting off my damn leg.
That's
But her
just
and I have
rude.
had many past lives together. But yeah, the fact that you just said that, Jess, reminded me of what my friend Karen Cubico said, because I mentioned you and she said, yes, you and Jess have had many lifetimes together.
We, I believe we all have crossed paths prior to
Multiple
this
times.
life. Yes.
Sorry. Stop
It's
it, Jess. She apologized for cutting off my leg.
oops.
Okay.
I look at it like a box of dice.
Oh, so
We're
I thought you were going to say a
all
box of chocolates.
life is a box of chocolates.
You never know what life you're going to get in this one.
Every life,
But
those
maybe the
dice
next one
get
will be
picked
less
up,
nuttier.
right? Every life, those dice get picked up, shaken around, and thrown back out onto the earth in different configurations. Same dice, different formations, different configurations. That's us. That's what I think. So Celina and I may
Wow.
be friends in this life. We were married in another life. She killed me in another life type situation.
Or you killed me in another life?
Yeah, it could be anything. But my point is we travel in soul packs.
We do.
One of you bitches in the crowd may have slit my throat. I don't know.
Oh, that's right, Carla. She was murdered by a hired hitman of a king for sleeping with his queen.
Wow.
She was a bad boy, slept with all the ladies in that life. She died young.
You go, babe.
Yeah. Bow chicka wow wow.
Let's be real. Back in the day, there wasn't much else to do.
No, there wasn't.
You were a pirate, Swampy. I love that.
Nice.
Do you have a bag? I literally do have a bag of dice from D4s up to D20s. I do too. I haven't gamed in decades, since long before I met my husband.
Yeah, he still owes me $50, Miss Tarot D.
Who? What? Bobby and I knew each other past life. You owe me $100. Huh? Y'all are just so mean to Bobby. All right.
Oh, I love it.
I like to think of my family or others who are transphobic against me. It is their karma to be trans in the next life. I agree. We all have these lessons to learn from all angles. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. I was a tarot reader in the 1400s and an old black woman during the Civil
Miss Tarot
War.
D, I was a tarot reader in the 1400s. Were you doing tarot in Italy by chance? Because
I
I
think it would
remember
had
I
to
made
have
my
been.
own tarot deck.
It would had to have been in the Italy area at that time. That's where tarot originated.
Because I mean, I was reading my own. That's another one that I remember. That was one of my first past lives that I remember. Is I was in a square in Italy and I was doing tarot, and it was my own deck.
It's funny you say that.
Oracles of Delphi.
Oracles at Delphi, because I consider myself an oracle in this life. The fact that I channel different deity messages.
I wonder if
Joey
Miss Tarot D
forever.
was in front. I swear, Miss Tarot D, there was a man in front of. Were you a man in that time frame, Miss Tarot D, the 1400s, or were you a woman?
What were you wearing? Did you have your pito?
Were you a man or a woman?
It was Europe. I always see myself on the
side of a dirt road. Caravan. So gypsy?
Romany.
A man. Okay, because in front of me was a man, and I was reading tarot, and to me, I saw it as in Italy.
Huh.
And it was around the 1400s.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
How funny.
It's weird finding out that people you meet you've known forever. It's interesting
that your guides are the ones that are actually guiding you to remember these past lives and giving you the exact visions you need to help you at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you think of the concept of being your own spirit guide?
Oh, fuck yes. I've thought about that many times. They've even told me, you've been your own guide. You have been your own ancestor.
Okay. In the Divine Masculine deck that I like to use, there's a card called Janus.
Look at that.
Janus looks backwards and forwards. So maybe we were part of our group relative, my real daughter. Oh!
You're going to make me cry, Madrina. Because
Janus
I feel
looks
that.
Backwards and forwards. It's calling back to your previous lives and calling on that knowledge. It's sending that knowledge into your future lives. You're realizing that you're a link in your own chain. It's pretty cool. Your own ancestors. There was a Futurama episode. Was there really? Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah, I think that's really cool though. But I've been told by my guides that yes. Because I asked that years ago. Can I be my own guide? Have I been my own guide or my own ancestor? And they said, yes, you have.
There's been a lot of times throughout my life where I was
So you
alone.
have that knowledge in you. It's just, it's stored up in the Akashic records in that hall, and it's up to you to be able to pull it in when you need it.
And that's where Spirit Guide comes in. They can relay those messages, that information to you.
Yeah.
And the stronger your connection to your spirit guides, the clearer you're going to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I started getting messages from my guides, I was scared because I didn't want that kind of responsibility because I knew that it would graduate and lead into this and lead into this. And sure enough, here I am. Hi, I'm Bobby. I talk to dead people. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so do I, and that's quite
I used to tell myself, dead don't mean smart. Just because they're dead doesn't mean they have the right information for you. And that's true. They're seeing it from their perspective and how they think they can help you. you're going to need to create those relationships, and whether you can trust that information or not. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, spirit guides don't lie." The fuck they don't. Yeah, just be cautious, be careful, and that's why ask your angels to protect you and guide you and show you what's real, and what is lies. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty lucid dreaming. I always find a mirror to see who I am.
Mr. OD says, true, they might be dead because they did a stupid thing. Exactly. Do you guys use spirit boxes?
So
If
I
you're
have
talking
them, and my husband uses them because he's a muggle.
a
So he
muggle,
needs. He's
yeah,
a muggle.
to trap. Are we talking
But
spirit traps?
spirit boxes, so like to listen to, like paranormal. It's a paranormal too.
Oh no, I'm talking about spirit traps. Angel makes
Yeah.
these boxes for trapping entities that are infesting your home. And
But it's cool to use like I mean, he likes pulling out those spirit boxes when we're in Gettysburg. But I can already pick up on what's happening. So I feel like I am my own spirit box.
Yeah. So that was a big thing, realizing I don't need all the trappings of witchcraft when we talk about creating this spell, that spell, that spell. I'm a spirit which is why I'm so good at divination, is because I don't use tools other than tarot.
Yeah.
My visualization, my imagination, and my desire is everything.
Yeah. So that's a good one. Yeah.
Always check with your
not linear.
internal conscience. Don't let anyone tell you what to do if it's wrong legally or morally. That's right. Never let anybody direct your energy. That's yours. All right. At the end of the day, you're the one that has to deal with the karma, not other people. So
that's right, Jess.
choose
Muggle.
I do Estes
method. That's a good one. That's a popular one.
Well, does anybody have questions for Celina and I to try to look at or to discuss? We've had some pretty good ones so far. We say we are on a spiral, but we are on several, and each version of ourselves is on different spirals, and they all intersect. That is deep. That's creating a 3D spiritual effect right there. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's a very deep thing, Draven. I would love to dig into that with you sometime too. Miss Tarot D needs to grab her
Don't forget, Miss Tarot D has a show with Mary Grace Faroun on Saturday. It's going to be a phenomenal live show.
What time is that? Because
it's 6 p.m. maybe. Can some
okay, I should be able to make it. Yes. I'll be at the farmer's market in the daytime. That's why I got this nifty hat.
It's at 7 p.m.
I want to put a rabbit inside of it and pull it out. So 7 would be 5 o'clock my time. Yeah, I could do that.
I just posted the link to
spirit guides, animal guides, galactic guides, gods. Yeah, if you're worried about inviting the wrong thing in, fall back to deity. If you work with the deity, ask them to protect you. Never just open up the door and say, come on in. Bad idea.
It's like leaving a welcome doormat at your house when you enter. Never, I don't put a welcome doormat because I'm not welcoming just anybody.
Dragons, good one. Yes, I'm working on forming a dragon relationship now. It's funny you bring that up. That's currently what I'm in the process of doing. And there is an aspect of Hecate called Hecate Dracana, who is the dragon aspect of Hecate. Yes, that's right. My goddess has a dragon aspect.
So Draven has, other than yourselves, have you had other guides carry over life to life? You know, I never asked them that, but I just heard them say yes.
What an interesting concept. I never really thought
Yeah,
about it.
I just heard yes.
I'm assuming so, though.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like, of course. You know, when you say it, my first answer was, of course. And if I'm that, you know, I have that one locked and loaded, then yeah.
So Psychopomp of the Void recently did a video on the toroidal reality. Phenomenal. Mind. That's where I'm telling you, mind blown. That's the episode that one video you need to watch as well. It's like,
Okay.
holy crap.
Holy crap balls, Batman.
You need to sub to her channel. Yeah.
Okay, now this is something I don't understand. I'm going to let you answer this one.
'Tis a blue sphere alliance coming down to open our third eye and officially shift the rest of the humanity from 3D matrix into 5D reality realm. I think that's definitely happening.
Again, I'm unfamiliar with the energies involved here. I hold, what does this say? I had to look up the Heyoka, and Bobby, that seems to fit. I'm telling you, Gigi, you're funny as fuck, and you're meant to heal. That's very Heyoka energy. Heyoka are empaths who
Here's
are
a question from Swampy.
sacred
Do y'all
clowns.
have interest in 3i Atlas? Yes.
Oh, I thought that said Cialis.
It's just, stop it.
I did.
No, it's 3i Atlas.
I was like, sure, I guess, you know, if it's that kind of party. What is, oh, I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's hard for me to explain it. I just recently in the past, I don't know, couple months, have learned what 3i Atlas is.
So it's not Cialis. Okay.
No, it's definitely not Cialis.
I'm
So
gonna
it's a
have to look it up.
third known interstellar comet to pass through our solar system, discovered by the Atlas Survey telescope in July of 2025. It is not a threat to Earth and will not return, blah, blah, blah. It's a hyperbolic orbit will carry it back into interstellar space. So it's just the closest approach to the sun. To
3-1
Earth,
Atlas.
rare opportunity as a rare visitor from another solar system. So hasn't that been moving?
Thanks,
not
Jess.
in a normal pattern, guys?
You know, Atlas was the
Someone's
grandfather of
Justin's
Hermes.
gonna send you videos.
Yeah, I'll watch
It's
those.
an atypical interstellar visitor. Thank you, Timmy.
Atypical interstellar visitor.
Yeah. It has been connected to Starseed decks lately too. Thank you, Gigi.
Starseed decks? Oh, I thought you said Starseed deaths. I was like, what?
No,
Why?
it's the tarot decks, oracle decks.
Libby from Meister Tarot says that it's seeded Mars when it flew by so closely, recharged behind the sun, and is going to ignite Jupiter in March. Oh, so it's like a white pool ball on the pool table. It's hitting everything, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know much about aliens. Somewhere up here, I've got my Alien Lenormand deck that you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
I have no alien tarot decks. I have nothing like that.
We need to fix that. I have like 10 of them.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I've always had this.
Drawn to it. Like I love alien stuff and books that I have, and to me, I love it.
would like to see a movie where aliens invade the Earth and witches come out of hiding to fight them. I think that would be awesome. Yeah. You have a UFO in your backyard. Your great uncle built. What's his name?
That's
Flash?
awesome.
Flash Gordon?
Yeah, the Galactic Star deck is really good.
Oh crap! Now I gotta watch Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah, it's not acting
I'm
in
not
the comet.
knowledgeable about
It's
aliens.
moving around and it's not in a normal trajectory. It's like it should be as a comet. So that's why they're saying it is interstellar.
I don't know anything about aliens either, and to tell you the truth, I'm nervous about learning because I know how I am with shit. I go down the rabbit hole. I'm worried that if I pick up knowledge about the aliens, then I'm gonna be all in, and the next thing you know, you're gonna see me down at Area 51 with a picket sign.
I was at I was at Area 51. I went to go visit it. And
Right?
Carla is an abductee. She loves alien conversations. My palms, so she's a phenomenal palm reader, guys. My palms do not match. The lines, the shapes do not match. There's a time in my young adult life, very young adult life, like early teens, late 10, 12, 13 years old. I don't remember anything that happened in like 4 or 5 years. And then she says that with what my palms look like, my hands look like, that it looks like there's alien intervention in my hands.
Everybody's talking about aliens and palm reading. Let me say this. I do palm reading, but not in the way that is traditional. What Celina's talking about, the lines, the lifeline, the love line, the heart, all that good stuff, the mounds of Jupiter, know nothing about it.
She knows everything about that.
What I do is I look at the chakra in the palm of the hand and I use it like a crystal ball. That is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the TV in the palm of your hand. So there's that, of course. Before I go, Bobby does hairy palm readings. Yes, I do. You know what's funny? When I was a nail tech, I wanted the men to come in to get manicures, but I knew they weren't going to come in for a mani-pedi. So I started telling people to bring their husbands in for a hand job. And they all did. They wanted to come.
Is that where you got your hairy palms from?
That's where I got my hairy palms from. Marketing is everything. You make it sound dirty and dudes will show up. All right.
Yeah.
You're psychurologist. Oh, like chiromancy. Oh, okay. I had to break that word down. Ex-wife worked for a doctor named Hairy Palms. Are you freaking lying? Oh my gosh. Your parents hated you, mister. Yeah, that used to happen to me a lot, but it was mostly tequila.
No shit.
When I was a hairdresser, the most embarrassing thing, gorgeous man, I had just given him a haircut, and I asked him if he wanted a blowjob. Oh my gosh, I've done that. Do you want me to blow you?
Of course, she meant blow dry.
I know what she means when I was cutting men's hair. I've done that when you're like, do you want me to blow you? Because you say that to a woman and it's just part of the process. You say it to a guy who's not used to it and they look at you like, what did you just say?
That's hilarious.
Like, no, this. He just, they always said yes, baby. Here's a line I used to use when I was a young man. Young man. Everything your girlfriend won't do for you, I will. And the next thing I knew, I had a date. Have you had guides come forward you did not expect all the time? Um, Mostly the animal one surprised me. When um, when I got this deck right here, where'd it go? This one, the Skeleton Tarot. I did the unboxing for it, and as I'm doing the unboxing, I could feel the energy of one of my cousins, and I could see how pleased he was with this deck, and I knew that every time I use that deck, it'll be him talking to me. I just
Yeah.
knew it without a doubt. So yeah, that surprised me at how clear and immediate the connection was. I didn't say which family member can I use this deck with. As soon as I opened the box, it was like, oh no, I got this one. You know, he jumped in. So that was surprising. I think that was the most surprising.
Nice.
Have any of you in chat guides? Other than that, I think the others, I've never been surprised at a guide. The insect guides surprise me, like grasshopper. And when animal guides enter my life, that's always a surprise, because it's not something I focus on. So I take them seriously too. I take them all very seriously, but that is how I deal with it. Do you ever say no, Timmy?
Yeah, this has been fun, guys.
Yes. It has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for being here. Please go to the Behind the Moon Facebook page.
Yeah.
On Facebook, obviously, and you can comment on the shows. You can make show suggestions on things you want Celina and I to talk about. Celina and I, there's so much out there that literally we're like, what do you want to do this week? I don't know. There's so much.
There's a lot of topics we want to talk about.
Yeah, we basically do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, the Chinese astrology, and that's going to be coming up in February, I think it is. So it'll be good to get a head start on the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Not when I've got a good idea for that show.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody. Celina and I will be back next Thursday. Celina, do you have any shows coming up this weekend?
No, I'm still recovering.
Yeah, you weren't feeling well. You had to miss out on Sherry's show last week.
Yeah, my guides made me sick and told me I needed to rest.
They make me sick.
They made me get sick and said, Celina, that was the only way I would listen if I physically got sick. They made me physically get sick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're telling me I have too much on my plate. I need to start shaving stuff off, especially if I want to do my series coming up in January. So I'm really starting to evaluate.
So, to clarify, your guides have been telling you to calm your tits.
And they've been pulling a Bobby on me.
To them, you'll listen to, but not your brother Bobby. Okay, that's cool. You do a lot of stuff, Celina, and I worry about you all the time.
And in college and everything, it's a lot. Oh, you're fine, Bill. Self-care is important, Jackie.
Self-care is mandatory. It's not important.
Yeah, and that's what they're reminding me of. So they're telling me I need to shave some stuff off my plates.
Do you know why self-care is so important, ladies and gentlemen? It is because we are trying to stand tall like towers of strength for people. If we don't take care of ourselves, we're going to have a tower moment where that tower is going to be destroyed. Yeah. And then there's people flying everywhere. It's never pretty. So we need to make sure we take care of ourselves. I realized that about myself recently. A lot of my readings, I'm telling people to be selfish. Well, that's mainly because I work with Hermes, the god of boundaries. You need to know how to establish your boundaries, and that works with people in the world and spirit guides. You need to establish your boundaries. All right. They are not your slaves, but you are not theirs either. All right.
Yeah.
And your true spirit guides will want the best for you. So when in
Exactly.
doubt, pray. All right. Boundaries and bindings. That's right. I burn through relationships and bridges as needed. I
Yeah.
have no problem cutting a bitch loose. None.
But I'll listen to my guides. I just won't listen to Bobby. That's because my guides keep me up at 3 a.m. thinking about stuff, and they're really like pounding it in my head at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I just want you to be smart with your energy. I know that this is not going to be
Whatever,
something
Draven. Whatever.
you're going to
Nobody
be
asked
doing
you.
I know this is not something that's going to continue for years and years, that you're in school right now and that's why you're doing so much school and work. So I understand that, but
I
still.
am. I'm working towards my master's and getting A's, and
Yeah, she showed me her last report card. I was so
I
impressed.
did. I got a 98.4 on abnormal psychology, and I have a 3.83 GPA.
I still think that's the reason she wants to be my friend, for the abnormal psychology part. I'm a test subject.
Yeah, so I am doing well in school. I'm getting A's, so it's But thank you guys so much, everybody.
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
I am not doing anything until Monday, I think. I'll probably jump on for a pop-up, but
well, next week we have Miss Tarot D.
I was gonna say next week Miss Tarot D is gonna
will
join
be on
us, and
our
we're
show.
gonna be talking about glamour
magic.
magic. That's right. Glamour magic, illusion, physical, emotional. Yes, we're going to dig into it. Do not miss that show. Madrina doesn't like it when you're late.
Too late, Draven. He said
All
I'm
right,
going to diagnose with you guys.
Oh. We love you guys. We know that you could have spent your night in any old way and you chose to spend it with us. We appreciate it. And we will see you on next week's episode. Okay?
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Never let your past